Hey everybody and welcome to Adventures with Peps. Today we are painting something a little bit different. A good friend of mine recently has been off work due to an operation, so I'm painting him his favourite Marvel figure as a gift. Now as you can tell, it is Juggernaut from Marvel Crisis Protocol. And we're starting with the flesh tones, which we're going to go with a rack of flesh. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the weird Chaos Barbarian dudes. So we're going to slap that down. Now, this model, he confused me. I'm looking through different comic book images of him. I'm looking at the artwork that the gaming company did. He kind of is a reddish brown rust color. I am not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet, which is why I'm starting with the flesh. But here you go. You can see I got the face, the eyes, his arm done, and now we got the other arm done as well. Nice, easy base coat to start us off whilst I work out what I'm going to do. Now, the actual bulk of the body. I think I'm going to go brown across the entire model as a base coat. And I'm going to use Morphang Brown. I have no idea how the contrast paint is going to go over this, but I'm liking it. It's given me the vibes that I wanted to get from it. So I'm very happy with how it's currently looking. This is a beast of a model. It is really big. Whilst that's drying, we move to Lead Belcher. And I'm going to pick out all the metallic areas, unsurprisingly, with it. And this is going to let that brown fully dry before I try and slap contrast paint all over it. Now he has metallic wristbands and metallic knuckle dusters is what I'm going to say they are. And there's going to be a few sections on that lamppost he's carrying that I'm going to want to colour in. Annoyingly, it was quite a hot day when I was recording, so the paint was drying real quick on my brush. Yet somehow on the model, not so quick. Right, most of the metallics are now done. I even got the little baubles on his belt done. Wasn't entirely sure what they were. This isn't a character that I'm hugely familiar with. I know he's from the X-Men, but as I've only watched the original X-Men cartoon from the 90s, my knowledge of Juggernaut is quite slim. Unless you want to count Vinnie Jones in like X3 or whatever it was called, that movie. But I don't think we want to include him. Up next, I grab the Flesh Tearer contrast paint. And now I'm going to go over pretty much all the brown. I'm going to leave his boots brown and his belt brown. And there we go. It covered the brown really well. It definitely came out a darker shade of red, which was nice to see. But yeah, it covered the brown surprisingly well. So I'm going to have to knock it back later on. We are going to do his boots and all the leather strapping now with the snakebite leather. Not entirely sure how this is going to go on. Haven't seen the red completely cover the brown. We could see something similar here, but nope. Okay, snakebite leather is a lot thinner than the Flesh Tearer red. And this is going to just completely plaster all these leather areas with it. The boots, the belt, and the arm straps that he's got on. Let's skip on forward. Right, there we go. 2 contrasts down. I'm very much liking where this is going. It's going to work for me, which is very good. I'm very happy with the fact that this is actually coming together. I'm excited to see the final product. This is where I decide to go over the flesh now with the Reichland flesh shade. There was a part of me that thought about using the Guilliman contrast paint, but I think I've had good results with this combo, so we're just going to try it out. Worst case scenario is I can always go back and put an extra shade down, but I think as we see this already going on nicely, this is definitely going to work for me. Just got to make sure I watch out for pooling. Just work my way around the model nice and steady. I've got to make sure that I do a good job because I want it to look nice. But at the same time, I don't want to do too good of a job because I'm going to want to keep it. And I got to remember, this is a gift. Right, so flesh tone's done. The contrast paints are pretty much dried. He's taken shape for definite. I'm very impressed with this model. I might have to buy him again for my own collection. I then grab Iaden Yellow, and we're going to use this on the traffic light. And I've just got to be smooth and consistent here. Making sure that I don't miss any areas, because the white is going to really show through if I miss it with this yellow. I do like this yellow, but it's very thin compared to, say, the Judge Dredd yellow. But then that colour comes out a lot darker, and I want a nice bright yellow here. So there we go. Moving along quite nicely now. Up next, we've got some blue, Tesselar blue, purely for the wiring coming out the bottom of the lamppost. Wasn't entirely sure what colours to go with, so I just grabbed the first one that was nearby. I know I'm going to have green, red, and an orangey amber colour on the actual traffic lights. So I just wanted something that was going to be a little bit different to that. So I picked blue. These are annoying, fiddly little things to paint, but just going to slap it on and let it dry. Should be alright like that. What a great pose. Very dynamic. Up next is the Nun Oil. It's the classic shading. We're just going to do some bits on the cloth and his helmet. Just knock that red back a bit more. Because the brown isn't coming through, we got to do something with it. So, firstly, get all the lead belcher, knock that back a bit. It's looking a bit too bright and shiny for me. And then just work our way slowly around the model. I'm going to try and avoid the flesh tone, because I really like the way it's looking. I don't want to mess that up. So just being a little bit careful, a little bit patient on the edging. But just make sure I get a good solid coverage just to knock back the shininess. And then knuckle dusters and then a little bit on lamppost. We should be good for this stage. There we go. I'm very happy with this model. I know I say it pretty much on every paint job I'm doing, but I surprise myself with these speed paints sometimes. The fact that this took maybe 20 to 30 minutes in total, and I got something that looked really good at the end of it, makes me very happy. Right, just picking out his clothing now. This is going to take a while, so we'll come back in a minute once this is all done. And there you have it. Shade is drying quite nicely. He is looking pretty damn sweet. I just got the coloured lights to do. And then I think we can put him off to the side to dry. And the first of the lights is going to be the green, so Orc Flash, as that's the only green I got. We're going to stick that straight into the light. Now, I'm pretty sure green goes at the bottom. It's been a while since I properly looked at a street lamp. Maybe I should have Googled it. I think it's green at the bottom, red at the top. Definitely no amber goes in the middle. Not that that's going to help anyone. Griffhound Orange. Beautiful colour, this one. Any excuse to use this paint is a good day. A little bit on the brush nib. Steady my hand so I don't mess this up. And there we go. Blob it in. Nice easy steps. Nothing too fancy. Make sure I get good coverage. And then for the red, I think we'll use, let's go Blood Angel. Is it Blood Angel or Blood Red? Get some Blood Red on there. I'm not even going to pour this onto a palette. I'm just going to dip my brush in to the top of the bottle. Don't need too much paint. And we can just blob this in. If I, yep, here we go. Right, steady up. Get steady. And we are down. I think we got the colours in. Trying to be fancy here, not move the model, but there we go. Apart from having to do the base, I'm very happy with this now. Got traffic light, we got charging Juggernaut. We got a very nice looking model right now. I'm very happy. Right, let's do some glamour shots and hopefully my friend will enjoy this gift. I'll let you know if he does. But until next time, as always, cheers for watching.